Hey guys, Mohan Pobera here, and today I'm going to talk about some of the biggest lessons I got from Pena, from his castle, and all of his content out there. Let's get to it. So, hey, my name is Mohan Pobera, and if you're new to this channel is basically someone who's following QLA full-time in the space of buying businesses, in the acquisition space, so growing exponentially, not just internally. So if you want to learn more about that or just watch my journey while I document it, sharing my mistakes, my lessons, then subscribe, like, I promise you won't regret it. And it's going to make sure you're not going to miss new videos. And also see some links in the description below. Many links that can give you a lot of free value, access to our free business group and all that stuff. So yeah, that's it for the intro. Let's get to today's topic. So today I want to go through some of the, I guess another lesson that Dan is focused on. I'm basically going to literally go through in the next series of videos, kind of like through everything I learned from Dan Pena, and just like go through his teachings and give you my perspective as someone who's doing it for the last few years full time, and give you, I guess, my nuances inside the process. Because Dan, I mean, he's amazing, but some of the things that he's talking about for someone who's just new to the space of buying businesses and acquisitions, they many times won't make sense because they never been involved in this process of buying businesses or growing their existing business by acquisition. And I just want to give you kind of like my thoughts on it, kind of like what I think you should look out for, what are some of the mistakes that I've done, and go through that. But today's lesson is, and I'm going to quote the lesson is, plan for success with no backup plans, no ripcords, no fail safes, or you will fail. So let's get to it, what that means based on kind of like my thoughts. So first of all, why that's even important. So to begin with, especially nowadays, there's so much information out there. I mean, there's all those different blogs, articles, podcasts, videos, courses, product launches, so many things that, I mean, information is not really important anymore, to be honest. And I think at some point, people will understand that information is too abundant. Like the beauty in this space of the internet world was that information became free and everyone can access information. And that was kind of like the big thing in the internet. But nowadays, when information is so out there, people understand that to actually transform, it's not enough to have information. Because and I'm sure you do have that as well. Maybe you have products or books that you bought and paid a significant amount of money, but never even opened those books. And I know, at least that, especially in my case, I went to lots of events or lots of obviously books and courses that I didn't even open yet. And what I'm trying to emphasize here is the fact that information isn't enough unless you have accountability, someone who literally hold your hand, following a step-by-step system, and providing you with, I guess, some kind of a mindset support. I don't care what information you have, that won't be enough. And that's what you want to do if you want to plan for success. And another thing I see many people doing is that they're trying too many things at the same time. And I'm here to tell you, based on my experience, again, all I'm sharing is based on my experience, people that I learned from, and the lessons that I had. And based on what I saw, all the millionaires and billionaires that I met, they became financially free. Like I became financially free first before I ever went out there. And kind of like at this stage, I'm pretty much looking at any industry. I'm just like open to look at any deal just because I have the fundamentals. I'm not in a rush. I'm just, to be honest, in this space of business right now, more for fun and contribution versus it is to get something. And I think that for most people who came across those videos, you need to first of all realize with yourself, are you financially free? Are you focused, really, really focused? Because the best people in the world out there, initially they're focused on just one thing, one sector, one industry, and they make sure they have a team around them of mentors, of the right colleagues to help them in the process of achieving the best in that space. So again, if you want to follow this quote, is if you want to follow success, first of all, you gotta make a decision that you're gonna focus on one thing. And if you have an existing business in whatever sector, even if it's making 6 or 7 figures, or at least let's say it's making 6 or 7 figures, you want to really think if you want to focus on this space of growing by acquisitions. And if you do, you want to commit to it. You want to really be focused on that. Otherwise, you're always going to look for the new thing. And I know people personally who had a successful, I mean, a legit 7-figure business, and they ruined it, literally destroyed it, because they always looked for the next thing. They always looked for all those product launches out there, always went to the next event or seminar and thought that that thing or that thing is the new thing, is the new shiny, I guess the grass is always greener syndrome. And what they realized, and I know people who tried everything from e-commerce to FBA with Amazon businesses, all those different promises online, or starting consulting businesses, or whatever out there, or starting going into crypto after many years in a specific different business. And based on what I saw, most of those people didn't make it in that new sector and had to come back to their original business many times at a point where it's almost destroyed. And I hope that makes sense. Like, do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? The fact that you have a business and you have experience in a specific sector, go and try to dominate that sector first. And your best bet is to go and buy similar business to yours. Like, otherwise, if you're always going to start new thing, you're going to be average in everything versus being a master in one thing. And I think, in my opinion, the worst place to be is average at many things, or even average in your existing business, because you don't have the drive anymore as if you were broke. Because in my opinion, drive and commitment comes from very different angles. One of them is from people who just don't have anything to lose, who have, I guess many times they're broke mentally, emotionally, financially. So they have a lot of motivation to go through their process of succeeding. The middle people, the people who are above that, who are average, who have some kind of a business or a job who's making them enough money, they many times don't have that excitement and drive anymore, because they're not in a rush. They're kind of like in their comfort zone. And I think that's the most dangerous place to be at. The next level is when you have some kind of abundant life, and in my opinion, drive can come there much more than even if you're broke, because the drive now isn't to fulfill some personal needs. It's more about fulfilling other people's needs and contribution. And if you're able to transform from the selfish, I guess, drive initially when you're broke, to a drive where you already have abundance and you're out there to contribute and just enjoy the process, that's where you can really become a master in one thing. And the best way, again, to do that, in my opinion, is to, especially if you have an existing business, is to go and grow that by acquisition and become a master in that sector. Because there's only so much sales and marketing you can do. And I can go into details about that, and I'll go into that especially in future videos. But look at the biggest companies out there. That's how they grow. Even Facebook, there's only so much internal growth they could do. So I definitely suggest you to do that. But otherwise, it's just going to be worse and worse and worse, and you're just going to stay average in one thing, and you're going to try different business models, which makes no sense. You're going to compete with people. Let's say you decide to start an Amazon business today. You're going to compete with people who are in that space for many years, have a track record, have so much advantage over you just by the fact that they're doing it for so many years. They know the insides that you didn't even start to learn, and you assume that because you're smart, then you're gonna overcome all of them. I think it's important to think that you're smart, but don't overthink that you're too smart than anyone else. You see what I mean? It won't be for your benefits. And you know, the biggest problem is that everyone is telling you to go and start a business. They're telling you, hey, don't worry, within 60 days or within 20 days, you're going to become a multi-billionaire in this next shiny thing in this space of, I don't know, Amazon or dropshipping or whatever. And again, you're competing against people who are ahead of you. And many times, just think to yourself, what is the reason that someone is selling you a course? Is he really there to help you and provide feedback and accountability, and he have an agenda to help you? Like, what is real agenda to help you there? Is it just to sell more courses so he could sell more courses later? Or is there a back-end benefit for him to help you? I mean, if you don't have a selfish reason to sell you the business and help you succeed, I mean, he's just there to sell you the business versus helping you later down the road as well. So you really need to distinguish between those facts. But either way, I think that it's all about making a 100% commitment. And commitment is either 100% or zero. It's like being pregnant. You can be 30% pregnant. You're either pregnant or not. It's either 100% commitment to something or it's not. And I think whatever you're doing, whatever business you have right now, make the commitment that you're going to become the best player in your industry. Otherwise, you're going to be average in many different things. So my suggestion to you is that whatever you're doing right now, make a commitment that 100% this is going to be your focus, at least until you reach a specific stage. And I suggest that that stage would be at least financial freedom. And obviously everyone have their different numbers to become financially free, but you can become financially free in any industry. Like I saw multi-million-dollar businesses in pretty much any industry you can think about. I'm talking about lawn cares and cemeteries and engineering business and constructions and whatever industry you can think of. You can make money in pretty much any fucking industry. It's just a decision and a commitment that you're going to become the best in that industry. And again, to become the best in a specific industry, in the space of business, the only way to do it is to grow exponentially by acquisitions. Again, there's only so much internal growth you could do. The initial stages of business, obviously, it's got to be internal. But when you're at six figures, you can already think about growing exponentially. And then you can grow 100%, 200%, 1000% literally in an afternoon by buying another complementary business to yours. And you don't have to use much money to do that. And if you're not sure how to do that, just watch some of my other videos on how to go out there and buy other businesses, your competitors or complementary businesses, even if you don't have millions of dollars in your business bank account or your personal one. It doesn't matter, because you can use the acquisition target assets or revenues to fund most of the cost of that acquisition. So that's what I would suggest to you. If you have an existing business, focus on growing by acquisition and become the best in your industry. And if you feel like you make the commitment, or you're about to make, or you made the commitment, or you even want to think if this is right for your business, and you want to potentially work with me and my team to help you go and buy that other business, and potentially invest in those deals too, our personal capital and our personal network capital, then go to moanpobert.com/talk and figure out, watch the details there and see if it's a fit for you, and we could potentially talk with you. But yeah, that's it for today. In my opinion, whatever you do, make the commitment, 100% commitment that you're going to be the best there. And in business, it's about staying in one industry. If you have an existing six-figure business, stick to that industry. You can make millions of dollars in just one thing. And when you reach a specific stage, then decide if you want to expand to other things, just for the fun and potentially helping other people as well. But yeah, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, make sure you like and comment and subscribe, because you're going to help me. And if you really, really like this video, share it with your friends, because that's how you help me grow the channel. That's how you make me motivated to do more videos. That's how I'm going to do more deals in the future. And that's how you're going to learn more from me about this space of buying businesses. And I know this is the channel that I wish that I had when I started. So I'm here to share my journey with you and help you. So yeah, that's it for today. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Let me know, are you going to commit or not? And if not, why? And if yes, tell me what you're going to commit to. What industry, what business? And I'm going to reply myself to your comments. So let me know right now in the comments below. And also see in the description below, if you didn't join yet, we have a free business buying mastermind group. We have links where you can send me your biggest questions. So see in the description below all those links. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon.